all your wisdom, especially through this book. It's actually the first time being made available, let's say, in Taiwan to our Taiwanese audience. Made me think about, because Taiwan's at a very critical time as well, because of all the kind of course, we call it a bit of that threat from our neighboring kind of places, and just a lot of shifts, even the consciousness, I think, very much also exhibiting the battle between the spiritual and, of course, the power, the technology. And so maybe my question is, how do you think that the Taiwanese people will benefit from the wisdom that you're presenting from this title? Of course, I think you've said a lot, but anything you want to add, maybe for the Taiwanese people?
I think, well, for the Taiwanese people and for everyone, really, the book, it has two pathways. You have the story of my own past lifetime in Atlantis. And through that story, you can gain wisdom, you can gain insights for yourself, but also it describes a way of living. They're trusting, they're using love, and they're trying to live in peace. They're supporting each other. So there's on that level, there's so much to remember, I think, and to remind ourselves of, and also their connections, how they connect with the inner planes, with the guides. And then you have the other side, which is, it's like a workbook. So after each chapter of the story, there's an explanation, and there's questions, kind of practices that you can achieve, meditations. So it really is a journey of not only discovering your own Atlantean self, but also a spiritual journey of mastery for yourself and healing. And it guides you to look at your fears and to look at relationships and to look at your own connections and your guide. And so it really is, I suppose, such an abundant journey, because there's such a wealth of wisdom there and guidance. And I think even if you don't read the story, you can just move through the practices, or maybe you want to just open the book at one point and find a practice that is relevant for you in that moment, because it covers so many subjects throughout the book. So I think that in itself is valuable if you want to evolve your spiritual evolution, but also with what the Taiwanese people may be going through. I think it could act as a support. If there's anxiety or fear, it could act as a supportive energy, because you're connecting with the beings. I think you're connecting with the celestial white beings, unicorns, angels. Although it's written in story form, these beings are real. We can call upon them in our everyday life, in our meditation. It's almost like opening up a whole community of beings that not only can support you personally, but can support everyone. And again, it goes back to that we are impacting the world. And so if we can stay in a space of love and trust and releasing or recognizing fears are good. They help us understand who we are and what our purpose is, and even what our service is to the world. And they allow us to heal as well. So we recognize fears, but we don't run with them. We don't give them any power. We simply recognize them, and then we return to our alignment, and our alignment is love. And the celestial white beings, I think, are wonderful because their foundation is love, and yet they awaken, their purpose is to awaken bliss. And they speak of bliss as being a more evolved vibration of love. And I think when we can be a source of bliss, then it just impacts the world so much, and it can change experiences. It can change the way that people are thinking, their perspectives. And it also allows us to support everyone in coming into alignment with their truth. When we're in alignment with our truth, everything flows easily. We create things that not only support ourselves, but support everyone else as well. And sometimes those things that we create, maybe at the time they don't feel as if they're supporting us. But when we're in our truth and our alignment, we trust that there is a greater outcome as well. So yeah, I hope that's helpful.
No, very, very helpful, Natalie. Wow, I just feel like a shower of wisdom. Yeah, so powerful. Thank you. It was like you answered all my questions.